Okay, I don't I don't understand why Christians are like struggling to like understand this. I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this video. Go watch this video and then come and watch my video, but I don't understand what Christians are like struggling to understand. Atheists typically are open-minded to the idea of Christianity and like theism. Our problem is you guys can't justify the ideas that you're trying to get everybody to live by. You want us to follow these rules that came from a God that you can't really prove exist. These rules written in a book by man that we can't even track whether these men actually walked with Jesus or not. We're not even sure if these words came from Jesus or the actual people who knew Jesus. I watched a video the other day literally telling me that like the Bible was translated and written 10, 20, 30, 60, even 70, 80, 90 years after Jesus had died. These weren't manuscripts coming from like people who walked with Jesus. These were manuscripts coming from people talking about what happened during the time of Jesus. Ignore that. I think one of my combs fell. Atheists are trying to get directly to the source. We're trying to figure out the truth. And honestly, it's looking like a lot of faulty misinformation was spread and done during the process of spreading the story of Jesus and what his legacy was. I've been studying Christianity for like a little bit, but like on and off. And Christians tend to throw out this number of people who saw Jesus after the resurrection. And I've never come across anyone who's been able to like justify that or give me any information to verify that people legitimately saw him walking around, breathing, living his life after the resurrection. All I'm getting is like rumors. All I'm getting is like he said, she said. Like, give us some actual like verifiable data. That's the thing that atheists are struggling with. From my perspective, I can't speak for all atheists, but we want to verify that the things in the Bible actually happened. We want to verify the Bible as truth. None of it's really being verified. And so you can't blame us for thinking that maybe they made it up. Maybe all of this is not true. Maybe this is just like man-made. And when we read this stuff, it sounds a little bit man-made, like men made it, because it doesn't really show the wisdom of God, especially being that like atheists are breaking down some of these Christian arguments easily on this app and on debates on YouTube. When I was like studying Christianity in college, after high school, I really need to stop mentioning high school. High school's like over. I'm like a grown up. I'm moving on. But like a lot of the stuff that I kind of studied, a lot of the process, the journey that I went through to, figure out that Christianity wasn't for me happened in that period of time. But like in the transition from high school to like college, like all I saw on the internet was kind of just like atheists beating Christians. And when it comes to like debates and stuff, and Christianity is just like not really doing it when it comes to explaining it to people and like giving them a justification, a reason to believe in God. So you can't blame us for thinking, hey, maybe this stuff is man-made. Maybe this stuff is made up. Maybe this is a story that's like proposed. And you're saying that like the video I watched was kind of like commenting on the fact, or kind of hinting the idea that like, why would people die for something that isn't true or isn't real? Like, why would they lay their lives down for something that couldn't be true? I'm going to do some research on logical fallacies later, but I'm pretty sure that's a logical fallacy. It is possible for people to die for bad causes or for things that are not true. It is possible for people to be fooled or disillusioned. What are you going to say about, okay, so you believe that Christianity is real, right? What are you going to say about the people who died worshiping the Egyptian gods? Wouldn't you say that, hey, they died for something that wasn't really real, wasn't really true? They died believing in that and giving their lives to it. They swore that that was real. What are you going to say about the Germans who supported the Holocaust and were fighting for the Holocaust and, German nationality and everything like that? And their whole message was harmful, wrong, bad. They shouldn't have done that. One of the worst events in history. People die for bad causes all the time. People die for things that are not real. There are some people who are literally going to live their lives and die believing in the giant spaghetti monster religion, whatever that is. Some people are literally going to die believing in unicorns, believing that the earth is flat, believing in all sorts of different religions and ideologies. And who's to say that they're wrong? Who's to say that they're right? We figure these things out by data, by looking for evidence. If you can't find evidence, just get the closest thing you can get to evidence. It's very confusing. I don't understand why Christians are so dumbfounded that why aren't the atheists believing what we believe in? That's the whole argument. Justify it. Make a case for it. I'm probably going to make a video later about this on what I personally think Christians should do, why Christians are kind of losing when it comes to converting people or getting people to really believe in their cause. But that's really all I have to say. I'm gonna look up the fallacy. I think this is a fallacy, but I'm pretty sure there's a logical fallacy where it's it doesn't make logical sense to believe in something because a large amount of people believe in it, or because people died for it, or because a famous celebrity believes in it. You believe in something because you can justify it, you can test it, and if you can't prove it, let's say we can't prove God's existence, then get the closest thing you can get to proof. Go to Jerusalem, walk the steps that Jesus walked. Search for his original clothing, his sandals. Go for the original manuscripts of the Bible. Try to find these kinds of things. Isn't it weird that, the closest thing we have, tracked by historians, the closest thing we have to the original copy of the Bible is something that was dated 100 years after Jesus died? Question everything and be open-minded. Do your research, everyone.